I love how you face your problems. I hear you, I read you, I see your videos, and I really loved how you overcome different moments. For example, could you tell me about that $7 moment?
Sure.
Because there's a lot of people that doesn't know that and just see Dwayne Johnson famous and sexist and all the things that everybody says that it's real.
Sexiest, especially the sexiest.
Especially sexist.
Yeah, the more I drink, the sexier I get.
They say the same to me.
You too, right?
Yes, but I don't have muscles. But that moment, the $7 moment in your pocket, what happened in that moment?
For years, my dream was to play pro football. American football was my dream. It was my ticket out. And even though my dad, I grew up in a world of pro wrestlers. Lucha Libre was in my family. My grandmother, my grandmother promoted.
Okay.
My grandpa wrestled. My dad, cousins, everybody. So Lucha Libre is very deep in my DNA. But the money wasn't the same as it is today in wrestling. Back then, the money was much different. Mm-hmm. So my goal was to play pro football. That never happened. And then once I got fired from my pro football team, I was there for 2 months, and I got sent home to live. I had to go live back with my mom and dad when I was 23.
Okay.
And as I was driving with my dad, I said, well, how much money do I have? And I opened my wallet, and I had a 5, a 1, and change.
Okay.
And at least I rounded up with the numbers. I said, oh, I got $7 in my pocket. So that was a moment for me that was it was a very defining moment in my life, because I felt like I'd worked so hard for something. And everyone around me, all my teammates, they made it to the league, the NFL. They're making millions of dollars. And
you got just 7.
And I got 7. And I knew, you know how you could continue to push a dream, or you really have to pay attention to what God in the universe is showing you. Mm-hmm. Like, here's the signs.
Yes.
Brother, you're good, but that's not going to happen.
This is not your way.
It's not your way. So sometimes we see it right away, or sometimes it takes us years. So I knew then it wasn't my way, and I didn't know what I was going to do after that. But I had $7 in my pocket. So I never forgot that moment. And so today, I have a company called $7 Productions.
I love it. With your ex-wife.
Yes,
wow,
with my ex-wife.
Very good too.
Cheers to relationships.
It's really good about you and about her and about your wife, of course.
Yes. Let's talk about that in a second. But I want to tell you, so I also named $7 Spirits for Termana. So it's a constant reminder that, again, much like when I was evicted, I like to keep things like that in the forefront of my mind. So it's always reminding me to be humble, keep working hard.
Wow.
You could lose it like that, you never know.
Wow, I love it. What kind of father are you?
I think I continue to get better every day.
Okay, excellent.
I think I try. It's with my first daughter, I was wrestling on the road. In the world of pro wrestling, I had my first daughter, Simone, when I was 29. Mm-hmm. And the world of wrestling, I was wrestling 270 days a year. 270 matches every night in a different city.
Wow.
So I wasn't home for years.
Yes, it's very difficult.
So it was hard on that relationship that I had with my first daughter. And we're trying now to recalibrate, right? So now that I'm a little older, just a little, but now I have little ones now, and now I can
4 and 6.
Yeah, good. Yes, 4 and 6, and so now I can have the relationship with them, and now I make sure I'm there every day. School drop-offs, pickups, sleep time, everything. It's very important, because I also know, and I had a complicated relationship with my dad.
Yes.
So, and in many ways, us as men, it happens to all of us.
Yes.
Is we fight so much. I don't want to be like my dad. Yes. I want to be something else. But then what happens is, as you go through life, you start to realize, I'm actually a lot like my dad.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing.
No, no, and I know you're a very present father. You have very tough work, traveling,
Yeah.
tripping for all countries. I want to give you something just to end, and I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I want to give you something. This is, do you remember this picture?
Wow. Yeah. Wow. I'm
What was
11
happening
years
in that
old.
moment?
Well, first of all, I need a bra.
Actually, I need a ride right now.
But in this moment, you know what, Yordi, in this moment, I am, in my mind, I'm the champion of something.
Wow.
I'm the champ. Like, I got a belt hanging here, a belt there.
Remember exactly the moment that somebody takes you this picture?
I remember the moment. This is my mom. We're living in Hamden, Connecticut, and I'm 11 years old.
Wow.
And it's on a weekend. And the TV is right here. And you can see that boat there, and there's 8-track tapes. This was back in like 83. But I was, I was a champion of something. So to get a little sentimental now, years later, you know, in many ways, I've become a champion in some areas of my life.
That's exactly what I'm going to ask you. What did you promise to this little guy in that moment? What did you promise him?
Oh, man. You know, I don't know what I was thinking back then, other than wanting to be a champion, but I could tell you, if I could go back now and just put my arm around him and tell him, hey, listen, like, things are pretty good now. They're gonna get a little rough. And it's gonna get rough for you and rough for, I know, it's a good time. Things are gonna get a little rough for you. But, and you're gonna see some things that you shouldn't see at 13, 14, 15 years old. But hang in there, because let me tell you what we're gonna do. Let me tell you what we're gonna be one day.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay. This is for you. And I want to give
Brother,
you...
I really appreciate that.
No.
Thank you very much. This
And I
means a lot.
This.
Oh my God.
Jasmine and Tiana.
Yes.
I want to ask you, what do you promise to them right now?
That I will always take care of you. I will always take care of you with these hands. And I will love you for the rest of my life and take care of you for the rest of my life. And then when I'm, you know, walking in the clouds with God, then, you know, they will have that to know, I think, for the rest of their life, which was, I was always there for them. Always, always, always. This is our wedding day.
Oh, yes?
A wedding day.
Wow.
In Hawaii, in Kauai. We're at our house, and we're getting married at our house. And this was a beautiful moment. I love that.
Well, it's yours.
Brother, thank you so much.
You make the moment, and you are a really superhero.
Thank you.
Black Adam is a superhero, but the parent of these two girls, and Simone also.
Yeah.
And
I promised that to Simone too as well. I was like, I gave her, the last time she came over for Christmas was in 2015, and I gave her, in 2016, and I gave her a picture. That was the last time I saw Simone for Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, it was too long. It's too long, man.
Yeah, yeah.
And I gave her a picture of, she had surgery on her knee.
Okay.
So, and she was out, you know, after surgery, she was out. And I grabbed her hand and I held her hand and I took a picture of that, of my hand holding her hand.
Wow.
And I framed it and I gave her that for a Christmas gift. And I
Excellent
said,
Christmas.
this is,
excellent gift.
whatever happens between you and I, this will always be a reminder that I will
I'm going to
always
stay
be
here.
there. I will always be here for you. Yes.
Wow.
Whatever happens, I will always be here for you. So you know, I always got your back.